into the
But
game.
let's get
into this first quarter. So let's
game.
tap inwardly with this first quarter. So the Texans start out the first quarter with the ball. They get the ball first after the toss. Ravens D got to it easy, bro. We had a 3 and out, you know, and they looked solid. Like that's when I knew, like, cause I think I think Matabike might have smacked somebody, and something else happened where I'm like, oh yeah, they not playing tonight.
So this is what I believe they wanted to do. I think they, not saying they following their game plan, but it's a smart move. So they had a lot of time off. Remember that what the what's the name did to the Packers did to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They got the ball first and said we're gonna punch him in the mouth. I think they wanted to take the same approach and see, hey, listen, man, they haven't played in a while. Maybe they're a little rusty. Let's get out on them.
Yeah.
But I was like, if they don't get a touchdown or anything, it could be a long night for them. But I think that's what they were trying to do. They would, because they took it. Nobody never takes it, yo.
Yeah.
It's very rare. But I think they was like, listen, they've been on for 3 weeks, essentially, most of these, like the best players, except for a few. Let's try to get out on them. And it did not.
It didn't work. Because even in the first quarter, like when our offense wasn't scoring, it was like, bro, we looking good today, bro. Because I think Aguilar dropped a easy first down, like in the first quarter, bro. It was like mid-first quarter. It was like a joint that would have really changed it, and we would have had a touchdown on them early. You feel me?
No. So that first drive, we got that. Second drive, our drive coming off that first drive, we then drive it up the field and get a field goal from Tuck.
Yeah, Tuck.
He looked ready, too.
Shout out Tuck, man.
Tuck, we talked about you a little bit. You look good in that.
He looked ready.
Good job, bro.
He looked ready, because that wasn't an easy field goal.
Not at all.
Nah.
It's 50-plus yards, 53 yards.
Plus, and the wind,
53-yard field
windy
goal
out there, bro.
in a windy, cold game. That's Tuck.
windy out there,
Tuck.
bro.
That's what they call him down at the stadium.
Auto Mad Tuck.
So they then come and drive the ball down the field. But this is when I was talking about the electricity of the bank. The 12th man started showing up.
Nah, it was crazy. You
was
can
like
hear it loud on TV.
Yeah, like I said,
You
you
usually
can hear
can't hear it loud on TV like that.
It was aggressive.
They was wilding, bro.
You can hear clearly the RAVENS Ravens. That was beautiful to hear. But no, the penalties that it was causing.
So many penalties.
Yeah.
Though.
That's that drive because they were driving.
And
they were driving the ball.
They got a veteran left tackle on the
Tunsil.
Texans, bro.
Lamar Jackson on the
Tunsil, he's one of the highest paid left tackles in the game.
Hella penalties.
Nice.
He couldn't, that electricity at the bank. The 12th man, they should give us, literally, I heard people say this on Instagram. I seen it on Twitter a couple times. We should get some kind of game ball before this game, yo.
Yeah.
As fans. Because I'm going to be at the AFC Championship game is what I'm also going to say.
I'm going to try to get up in there, man.
We need game balls before we leave. Or when we get there or something, though. But maybe not when we get there because we might throw them as fans. Knowing us,
gonna throw the ball.
give them to us after the game. That's probably better.
Even mini ones. They could give out mini ones.
Nah, this the year.
We need game balls.
Give out the Pooh Shiesty with like a Ravens logo on it.
Oh my God, purple Pooh Shiesty.
Or say Ravens on it. Or that joint would be crazy. Or the golden bee on the Pooh Shiesty where it looked like a teardrop.
You know what I think would be the coolest thing?
Yo.
If
That would be the greatest thing you
if
could
they
give
wear
somebody.
all black and they tell everybody and they give out either a free punch, something, if everybody wears black.
They gotta give the Ravens.
You know how
Pooh Shiesty
crazy
out.
that would look for the AFC Championship
Insane,
game?
no.
Just a bunch of Ravens in the stands.
And if it get
like,
cold, everybody gonna have a Shiesty on with the
crazy.
Ravens logo, bro.
We caused so much commotion
Fire,
in that
bruh.
first quarter.
Yes.
They were driving the ball. CJ.
Yeah.
I like CJ.
Excellent.
Yeah,
bro.
CJ is
He's
know what makes him so great. He's so patient,
Poise.
young, bro. Like everything
So
will be
much
collapsing,
poise
and
in
he
the
find the
pocket.
last pass
Yes.
to make. I'm like, bro, because Schultz dropped one early,
Yep.
yo, and I was like, bro,
He gave
that
us a
was
break.
crazy. He got out of there.
He didn't have killer numbers, but he didn't make mistakes.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Like he could have
great.
easy. That game could have been. They could have ran it up 50 on him if he just makes a few mistakes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He had 175 passing yards, so he was getting that ball out there a little bit more than Lamar's. But again,
Yeah.
Lamar's rushing
Lamar
yards
is
was the
crazy,
other thing.
bro.
The defense was bending, but they wasn't breaking.
Exactly. They was making
No.
the plays that needed to be made, and the penalties helped us a lot. That's how we got in the field goal range on that first drive, on that drive. Then the next drive is when we score.
Yeah,
And we
And
score
we
that
gotta say-
touchdown over the Aguilar off of, I think Lamar broke
yeah, he
one
did
crazy
like a fake
beat.
like
bro.
option and then tossed it to him.
Yeah.
Pause. But like yo, we also gotta say that I gotta give another apology, yo. Odell was worth the fee, yo. Cause he got another big catch in the beginning of the game that kind of changed the momentum
yeah.
of
It was
offense.
like-
It might have been in that drive
Yeah,
when we
like,
scored.
right
it
center,
might have been
right?
in that
Something like
drive.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
But he did something crazy,
Yeah.
like where he like, yo, and
He
then,
only had that one catch too.
yeah,
That's
I
a crazy
respect it.
stat
Though.
It was a
line.
good
That's
catch, man. He
that
needed
bring
it.
the
That's what we
vibes up,
need,
yo.
'cause
That
he
bring
can-
the vibes up,
The
bro.
super cool thing about this team is the depth.
Yeah.
At any point, it could
much
be
depth.
anybody, bro.
He got another running back.
Yeah.
Yo, we
Oh,
got to
we
get
gonna
to him
get
at the
to it, we gonna
fourth.
get
We
to it,
got-
we gonna get
He's
to it.
later. He's later.
Let me get to that.
It's
Yo,
ridiculous,
he's later, bro.
bro.
He's later. He's
The
later.
second
ridiculous,
quarter, though,
bro.
yo.
So
One
it
of the
gets a
most
little.
second quarters out.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It gets a little frustrating.
No, it was
DeMarco,
blowing me.
yo, I salute that head coach, yo. They was game planning for us in that first half, yo. As far as getting sacks on Lamar,
Yeah, they was pressuring.
fam, they had 3 sacks on us in the first half. Yo, it was
one of the issues was when they was putting a lot of the pressure on, because you remember a lot of the times in the beginning they was like, if you pressure Lamar, and that was an old thing that always worked, and it was working in the first half because one of the things was, and we're going to talk about some of the adjustments in the second half, they had Lamar dropping back too far.
Yeah.
Trying to give out
he'd be
too many
dropping back
deep
like 10
routes
yards
when they
deep,
were
bro. But
pressuring
he
that
fast.
hard. And we're going to transition into that. And they made some adjustments in that next
Oh, yeah.
second half.
So-
But that second quarter.
But
There was a moment in the second quarter, and I don't know if this was early or late, but it was a play where Lamar was running, and you could see Stanley was supposed to be lead blocking. Clearly was supposed to be lead blocking on this play, and he doesn't. And Lamar gets tackled, and Lamar is going he's going berserk
they
on the
said
ground.
Lamar holding
But he
everybody
gets up,
accountable.
and he starts yelling at him, but
Lamar
you don't
holding
see
everybody
you don't see
accountable.
Stanley get mad. He just kind of eat that
That
because
boy
he
put it
knew.
on the field. You gotta respect Lamar. He
Fam.
put it on the field,
And-
yo.
after
Get
we
out
do-
there.
After we get through
Yeah.
to the main part of the game, I'm gonna talk about Lamar specifically.
But know
and
what
how
was
he
bothering
approaching.
me about the first half? Maybe forgive my knowledge. I'm not the Schwab. But like, why was Duvernay returning punts and kicks? Like, I felt like Wallace has been going crazy.
Wasn't Tyler out this week?
Tyler
Was he?
Williams,
I think
Wallace.
so.
Oh, all right.
If I'm not mistaken,
I didn't know
I didn't know
because we
Wallace
was tight.
out because
I
I was
think-
like,
Though-
I was confused.
He did have-
yeah. Duvernay did shake
Yeah,
off a little bit.
The
Yeah,
first
well-
half, after the second half, the second half. But we still in that second quarter. Let's stay there a little bit because, like I said, it was an up and down battle.
Yeah, 'cause it was 10-10 at
Texans
the
was
end- at
making
the
their
quarter,
move
so.
at towards the end.
At the half.
I'm on Twitter talking trash to Kenny G, and I'm calling you out on this because you was hating a little bit.
First off, no disrespect, but he's a Jets fan.
I'm not even saying that. He was because CJ is nice, and I'm not
I'm
going to ever
saying
say
that.
that. CJ is
I would have
nice.
said it to him.
But it doesn't have anything to do with that because I was talking about CJ and he was commenting on CJ.
is
Okay.
So I like CJ is nice. But I was like, listen, fam, the bank it's different football down there right now, yo. That's not the same style football that you play normally, yo. Like he wasn't used to that. The only thing that had me worried in that second quarter, I think that's when they showed his mom praying for him. And I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
He might get
That
the
was
energy
nice.
from
That was
Mom
nice.
Duke.
I like
yo.
that.
I was getting noited out, and Mom's looked like she was stressing, bro.
Yeah.
And I fell for it because we was on him.
The dude Schultz, the tight end.
Yeah,
he's a
Dalton
problem,
Schultz,
man.
Dalton
He
Schultz.
was giving Darby all time.
Queen, he was giving us problems, bro.
Queen,
He
yeah,
was
man.
giving us problems.
Yeah.
When
And we-
Kip- what you gonna say?
In the second half,
no,
second
no.
quarter, we got to give a shout out to the Texans kicker too, because he missed a field goal in
Huge
there that
field
was
goal.
huge.
Hold on, before-
And that was in that drive I was talking about with Kenny G when he threw the eyes in there to say see because he threw a crazy deep ball on us, get him
Nah,
like,
he was
deep out
dropping
there.
dimes.
It was
when
a
he
shot.
had
And it was
little
like,
bit of-
yo, all right.
if our defense wasn't our defense, he might have sliced us
He,
apart.
I was just gonna say what happened was that freaking I was so tight in the crib when that kick return happened, that punt return. Yo.
Oh
Yo,
yes,
that was
Sims.
Holy smokes,
Sims,
dog.
bro. Sims.
But shout out Chaz. Shout out Chaz. Only reason we can't call it a fluke is that because we won a game like that. So it's like, yo, yeah, I mean, that was one of the moments that's just like
He just saw it. He read it. He read it perfectly. You
How
could see
about-
when he took off. Like he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this whole middle is open."
Yeah, he said, all I
And
gotta do
Wallace
is
did the
beat one
same
person.
thing too.
I just
so-
got to beat one guy, which was the punter.
The Ravens punter,
Wrap
salute to him
up.
because he wasn't kicking directly down the center anymore.
Right.
He was like, I'm not doing that anymore.
He had
like,
a few moments in this game where we was like, "Hey, man," because that terrible punt he put all, he got like 20 yards on that
Yeah,
one.
that was-
well,
punt.
the reason that happens because
That was
they almost
weird.
got to him.
True.
So he had to boot that joint up high, or else it would have been worse. It might have been a block, and they might have scored. So it was a tough environment, tough game.
I might have to pull up to NFL training camp show and just teach them the old school. If you're not that nice, ankle tackle, yo. If you stop somebody's feet and wrap up, dog. Like I'm serious. If you fall and you just fall at their ankles and wrap
that's
up,
an angle he's not used to taking.
The Ravens had some really good ankle wrap ups yesterday.
They did
really good.
They got to holler at cousin Kyle
really
and
Geno Stone got one.
Geno got
this is what we talked about last week.
Yes.
Darby got one because remember Darby smacked somebody so hard in the I'm not gonna go into the last half.
Roquan grabbed somebody like from behind that it was gonna be even bigger. Like it was some really good like they was locked in, but like all I know is at the end of the second half, we all watched this game.
First half.
The first half.
First half.
At the end of the first half. I'm sitting there, I'm frustrated because I'm like, yo, I'm watching how good the defense is playing. I'm watching when the Ravens was moving the ball. I'm like, it's 10-10. This should be a blowout.
You know what pops in my mind?
Blowout.
You know what pops in my mind at that moment?
It still was a blowout though. To be honest.
Ended up, but it's like that. They had nothing for them on offense, yo. Really, a couple big plays, but they like, yo, you got to get in the end zone.
Yeah, and our defense.
That defense was
that.
ready, yo.
But
I thought about
that's
actually
against the run game, yo. They was smacking that run game. Like I'm glad that's one of the
But
best
I thought
adjustments
about
we made all
it
season.
started getting me tight a little bit after that first half was when I started thinking about old head that you talked about last week. Because he was starting to he wasn't doing anything wrong. Don't tell me like I'm not saying that, but we weren't making any crazy plays like we had normally made. So I know him. I'm just picturing in my mind him sitting on his couch talking like, "Yeah, I told that young blood at the bar. I told him. I told that young blood at the bar. He can't read defense.
He's not a knowledgeable quarterback.
He's just not knowledgeable enough. You know what I mean?
It's guys that didn't have those and they only had the intangibles.
Those was the people.
I'm like, bro, that means he's not as nice as him because he can still do that.
Those were the people that were in my mind in the first half, and I was like, yo, nah. Lamar clearly went into that locker room.
Yeah. Look, I was going to say
They
real quick.
said Lamar wowed everybody on the half.
Hold on. I'm going to say this real quick.
I want to see it.
The key thing to Lamar was, even though I think some of it was, all right, so when you have layups like that, a lot of the times, yo, it affects the offense
It's rust.
more than the defense.
It's rust.
Right? And the biggest thing that's underrated is Lamar didn't make a mistake.
Yes. Yes.
Just avoid the mistake.
No fumbles.
That's key. And that's
errant
Away at
passes.
good times.
Yeah.
Yo, all I
He
asked
held
was
the
you to
ball
throw it
and
away in
just
the beginning of the
took
season.
the
Yeah.
hit instead of trying to OD make an extra play and having the strip sack.
He's-
It was a lot of
He realizes his weapons now.
He's
though.
kind of a combo of what Cam was saying. The game changer and the game like manager. Because as long as he doesn't make a mistake in a game like that in that first half,
You have to
we
be
have
both,
that.
yo, to be a great
You have
quarterback.
to be both.
You have to
He's
be both,
excellent, bro. He's the greatest quarterback, honestly, of this
Damn,
generation, bro.
he lit.
Outside of Tom Brady, yo.
I don't even need to see it actually. Save it for when we win
Pat
it all.
Mahomes.
But I at some point want to see when we have that conversation at halftime because that
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about
something
that after
changed.
we talk about the whole, because it's a whole lot with Lamar, and Lamar is doing some things.
All right, so we can get into the second half. then.
Started the second
Y'all want to get in the
half.
second half?
Shout out your boy, Likely.
Dude, it was Duve. Duve was the one that started it off for us.
Dude did run
Because he got a great return for us.
Return.
Great field position.
Yeah.
This is why we was mad in the first half because Wallace we didn't know, of course,
I ain't
like
know
we
Wallace
said,
was hurt.
but
I'm
we
not
thought
the Schwab. I am not the
exactly.
Schwab.
So he gets that return and we score.
They did an excellent job of play calling, all
Likely.
that, running Lamar.
Was this Lamar's run score? Was this when he scored?
No,
rushing?
Likely
No,
scored.
that was the one he threw to
Oh no, Likely got a big catch
and
and then Lamar.
Because Likely caught one on.
It was Aguilar.
Aguilar, right?
That
I
was
think it
Aguilar?
It was
Aguilar was the first touchdown.
Aguilar.
No, I
was
thought he
the
had a
first.
second one. What's his name?
Did he have 2 touchdowns? He might have had 2 touchdowns. I don't even know, bro. This is bad. Because I definitely looked up the
It was
stats on that.
34-10, man.
I don't
We
know,
scored
man.
a couple
Yeah.
times.
Because
bro.
I know the likely one was over the top to the right because Lamar almost threw a kind of
pick.
pick and like
Yeah, he almost threw a pick at one
Throw it high.
Said, put that up top.
Put it up high, and then there was a fake run by Lamar. No. Lamar got the two. He got the 2 running in the second half, right?
Yes.
And
That's
then
why I
he
think
threw
it
one
was
to
at the
Likely.
first point of the
yeah,
game.
the Aguilar one was in the first half, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And the 2 run-ins and the likely one was in the second half. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yo, that one when Lamar got that like 15-yard joint, like where he.
That was towards the end of the game. But they, this was when I was finally happy when they started because the defense came out. And I think, did we 3-and-out them? Or I know we stopped them because they
was
clearly
smacking
didn't
them,
score
bro.
again.
They was
But I
smacking
think
them,
we
bro.
3-and-out them at that point. And then we come in and we're running the ball.
Yeah.
And we're running the ball efficiently.
Yeah.
Justice Hill deserve a game ball, bro.
I swear.
Justice Hill deserve a game ball.
He was running
swear.
hard.
And it was scary because Gus Edwards wasn't playing so well, and it's like,
He was
I
okay.
thought
He was decent.
Towards the end, it got okay. In the,
He
in
had
the
some
beginning,
runs in there. He had a couple runs in there,
He
but
got
it was
dinged
Justice,
up, and then
thugging.
Justice Hill came in.
Justice
It was
Justice was going
he was
in.
not just the speed.
Justice
He was hard,
passes.
yo.
Yeah, no, Justice
Yeah.
was killing.
Looked like a poor man's Alvin Kamara out
Yeah,
there,
bro. Like, and then, oh my goodness, man, it was just so much. Yo, I looked down for a second and I looked back up at the clock. It's 29 seconds left in the third quarter, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Did we only have 2 possessions in the third quarter?
Maybe they
I
stretched
think
that
we,
third
they,
quarter out.
Yeah, we
how was
stretched
the
it out,
time
though.
of
They
possession,
stretched it
bro?
out.
They
It
was
went
running the
almost
pill.
like 3 to 4 downs
Oh
per
man!
10
And at
yards
that
the whole
point,
joint like that.
because
Every
their
first down.
linebackers was on one in that first half, but at that point,
were.
it becomes a game of attrition. Now, can you stop us in the second half when we still gonna be doing the same thing we was
Hey,
doing?
y'all from Houston, can you handle this climate? We was hitting in this all week. We got
I heard 'em
blessed.
talking.
We got blessed early this week because you got to think it snowed Monday.
But I heard them talking.
Cold as I don't know
on
what
this.
all week. They prepared for
They
that.
said
yo.
Houston was kind of cold. This
That's
week.
what I was saying.
Yeah.
They said
They
it was
tried
kinda
to say that as
I don't
like a
think it was
thing
this
of them
cold.
helping
It
them
wasn't
out,
this cold.
which is
No
cool.
way.
It might have been cool for this, but you don't
No, they
consistently
did say
play.
some kind of weird Arctic thing
But
going on
we've
there.
been playing in this shit. We've been playing in this. This
We've
is
been
what
playing in it.
what climate is known
we
for.
had
bro.
they done had 3 weeks of playing in this type cold.
Yeah,
Baltimore.
bro. We built for that.
They done
We was
had
built
3 weeks
different.
of playing in this
The
type
squad
cold,
was
brother.
built different. We was ready. And y'all was away. That I'm telling you, the 12th man, bro. It was the 12th man defense and penalties that really won us that game, bro.
Yeah.
And then of course Lamar making the
Lamar
plays on
started
offense
getting
because
comfortable
Lamar
back
had
there.
100 yards rushing as well,
100 yards, yo.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Two
Two
touchdowns
passing.
throwing 2 passes. I think
would
it's the
be
first play in
hating.
history in the playoffs.
Fam, he
They
had
still be
so this was
hating,
Lamar.
yo.
His QBR was I think was 121 to Stroud 72 for this game. Yo, he was
Lamar
quarterbacky,
like
bro.
that.
He was
Yo,
fine. He was quarterbacky.
You want to know what I think awakened Lamar, yo? When we was doing the accent last year, when we wanted him to get the bread, please, Lamar, please. He's fulfilling the prophecy, yo.
It's what you said
He's fulfilling the prophecy
last week. You said this. This was the first time we had Lamar healthy,
with weapons.
healthy with
Healthy with
weapons,
weapons.
and his contract was signed.
Yes.
He's getting money. Because honestly, last year we probably would have won the Super Bowl if they
I
weren't
keep
playing
saying
with
that
him
was a Super
red
Bowl
wise.
defense
But it's like,
last
yo,
year.
my leg kind messed up. Like, I ain't
can't risk
trying to
it.
get hurt, and then y'all ain't
And then
even
y'all
pay
never
me
wanna
yet.
pay me,
Like,
like-
they would look at that as a sensible decision for anybody but an individual like that. And I won't go too far in that, but you know why I said that, because that's the 100% truth.
Yeah.
Y'all be gassing Josh Allen. He's
No. Forget that.
turnover tower. Justin Herbert.
No. Joe Burrow.
Joe
injured
Burrow.
again.
Yeah, hurt
and
again.
and is easily the highest paid
And they
quarterback.
would be think about if
He's
Lamar
always
think about if
injured.
Lamar hurt his hand. They would be hating on him, yo. They don't care what happened to his hand. They'd be like, he hurt his hand. He don't want to play.
They were blaming on his ability to run.
Yeah,
That's why they kept
I
saying
think
that.
he's not really smart at the quarterback.
No, that's why they kept
position.
saying he was injury prone because he did have some injuries, but it wasn't because of his running. A
It
lot
was
of
the
that stuff
timing of
happened in
year,
the
too.
pocket.
He got hurt at the end of the year.
But a lot of his injuries even happened when he was in the
I
pocket.
think
He
all of
wasn't
them.
running.
All
Like,
of them were in the pocket.
yeah.
Like,
So like, what are you talking about? Like that has nothing to do with
everybody
these
gets
injuries.
And they
Any quarterback
always-
can get this
they
injury.
Always,
Mahomes
they
been there.
always
Mahomes been
pay
there.
homage to quarterbacks that have injuries on their roster. But Ronnie Stanley was hurt. And that dude, Falele, that was blocking for him when he was getting smacked up back there, it was crazy. It was like, yo, you don't protect a multi-million-dollar asset like this, bro. Like, yo, y'all really letting him die out here. I'm talking about, it used to be bad watching the pocket collapse, and then he gets smacked from 3 different
So
directions.
let's get back to this. Let's get back to
yeah,
this. Yo.
Yeah, but it ain't much left. They started
Anything in the
beating
third?
down.
Nothing. Third, there was the beat down. We scored the 2
It was just a
touchdowns.
beat down. Dog.
And a 15-yard Lamar
and-
joint, but I was like, all right, we already kind of said that.
But the biggest thing was the fourth quarter when Dalvin Cook came in there.
Yeah.
I think that was
Shout
one of
out
those
Dalvin.
momentum.
He was
runs.
looking all right for a few of them runs, dog.
One of them runs he broke for like 20 something though. He looked like vintage Dalvin. I was like, yo, this is the end of the game. I know they mad.
Yeah.
Yo, they've been running all over. We had 200. What we have on rushing? 229 to their 38. They had no rushing presence. That was the issue with them.
That
bro.
means your defense is scary.
You cooked, bro.
Cause what's the guy? Singletary ain't that bad. I think that's his name. The one running back.
He had that one big one too. He like where he brushed up the middle on.
And
us,
that's
got
the
a
one-
little
That
yard.
one didn't-
That's when
Roquan.
Roquan came from
Roquan
behind.
caught
One didn't matter because they was smacking. Bro,
He was like a
all
cheetah on a
game.
gazelle.
Roquan had that cowboy outfit on. He said,
He
"Nah,
looked like a
son.
lasso. He like
Yeah,
the lasso.
nah, son. Like I gotta get this
Kyle
young
Hamilton
boy."
was out there balling. Darby was out there balling.
Kyle was coming to smack dude.
Kyle was
Darby
crazy.
smacked somebody so hard he had to get off the field.
What's L?
Patrick Queen damn near killing himself this season because he still might be hurt.
He always looked hurt, but he
Got up there.
He
in
know
the
the
game.
shit.
My man had to lay down for a minute and got back in and still smacked
He knows
somebody.
the moment, yo.
Yeah, for sure.
He knows the moment, yo.
Nah, the defense was on.
Eventually, that game
Nothing.
basically turned into the blowout. That it like if you like even in the first half, you like dog. This should be a blowout.
Yeah, fourth quarter, Lamar gets his last rushing
34-10.
touchdown.
Let's get it.
And
'Cause
ran
that's-
through the tunnel.
Ran through the tunnel on him. You see my guy Moses with the camera when he
Yo,
came
I
back.
was dying.
Morgan
Who
Moses
gave him
had the camera like on him, bro. Like we have to
Gave
win.
him the camera.
No.
He just
You
picked that
know
up.
what it
Like,
is?
give me that, Joe. Like, you gotta give me that.
I think Lamar finally understood how great he is. Like, bro,
knows. He
nobody's like me.
knows.
Like, running off into the tunnel is like iconic Michael Jordan type stuff for quarterbacks. Yo, no quarterback hit the shimmy sham twice for the touchdown and threw 2 touchdowns, and then ran out there. It's
16
lining up to be the greatest documentary ever, yo.
16 for 22
It's
passing.
lining
as well.
up to be the greatest documentary ever.
My boy was
Lamar
accurate.
Jackson doc. It's gonna be called Lamar, yo.
Oh, what about the
34
plays?
30 for 30.
Bateman, Zay Flowers, I think, led us in receiving. He made like some crazy
Zay Flowers
plays at the
was
end.
shaking off.
He went
boy.
crazy at the end.